Okay, so are you ready to dive into some serious numerology stuff today?
Always up for a deep dive, especially when it comes to numerology.
Yeah, me too. And today it's all about life path number 8.
8! Oh, wow. That's a powerful one.
It is, right? Like even just saying life path 8, it sounds kind of like, I don't know, intense.
Yeah, it does have that ring to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. So for anyone who's new to this whole life path thing,
Yeah,
basically it's this number calculated from your birth date.
right.
And it's supposed to reveal your potential, your strengths, your
Kind of
weaknesses.
all past.
Your whole path. It's like a numerological roadmap, basically.
Exactly.
And we're going to be looking at all this through this excerpt we've got about life path number 8.
Okay.
And let me tell you, it is a wild ride.
I bet.
We're talking power, wealth, and spiritual awakening all rolled into one.
That's a powerful combination, isn't it?
Right. It's not your average life path, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
So let's start with the classic life path 8 person. This excerpt says they're ambitious, driven, practical, all those good things.
Mm.
But it also says they attract wealth and recognition.
Yeah.
So, what is it about them that draws that in?
Well, they have this incredible magnetism, almost like a commanding presence.
Oh, really?
They're not afraid to take charge.
I see.
And they're super practical, too. So it's not just about dreaming big. They actually, get things done.
Oh, so it's action-oriented.
Absolutely.
So that's where the wealth and success come in.
Exactly. They set their sights high. And they have this knack for turning those goals into reality.
Wow.
They're often drawn to leadership roles,
Right.
entrepreneurship, anything where they can really see those tangible results.
They want to see the impact.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, but every life path, this one's got to have its downsides,
Of
right?
course, every strength has its shadow side.
Right. So what do we talk about here?
Well, the source mentions that those leadership qualities, if they're not kept in check, they can become a little bit controlling, my way or the highway kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, classic pitfall of power.
Exactly. And that drive for success, if it's not balanced, can turn into a fixation on material wealth.
Materialism.
Yeah. And sometimes that can come at the expense of relationships or even their own well-being.
That makes sense. It's like they get so focused on achieving that they lose sight of the bigger picture.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance.
Right. Okay, so we talked about the downsides. What about the incredible potential of this path?
Oh, there's a lot of potential.
The source mentions entrepreneurs, leaders, innovators, even visionaries.
Yeah, they can be real game changers.
In what way?
Think about figures like Martin Luther King Jr. leading a movement,
Oh, wow. Yeah.
or someone like Oprah building a media empire and inspiring millions.
But they're not just successful, they actually make a difference.
Exactly. They don't just dream, they build, they lead, and they often leave a lasting legacy.
Powerful stuff.
It is.
Okay, but now let's get to the part that I've been waiting for, the mysterious traits.
Ah, yes, those are always intriguing.
This source mentions karmic debt, a magnetic personality, hidden vulnerability.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
So much. Let's start with karmic debt. What does that even mean?
So in numerology, karmic debt suggests that these individuals might be working through challenges from past lives.
Well, past lives.
Yeah, it adds another layer to their journey.
So how does that actually play out in their life?
It can manifest in different ways. Some might face a lot of obstacles early on, kind of like paying their dues.
I see.
Others might have this deep sense of responsibility to right wrongs, make things better.
That's interesting.
Like they're driven by a purpose beyond just personal success.
Which makes sense given the whole spiritual side of this path.
Exactly.
Okay, and what about this magnetic personality? I mean, it sounds pretty amazing to have people and opportunities just drawn to you,
It can be a real gift.
right?
It's that certain charisma that opens doors, draws people in.
But there's got to be a flip side, right?
Of course, there's always two sides to the coin.
What would that be?
Well, imagine the constant demands on your time and energy,
Oh, yeah.
and having to always discern who's genuine and who's trying to take advantage.
That's tricky.
It can be, yeah. It's a balancing act, for sure.
Makes sense. It's with great power comes great responsibility kind of thing.
Exactly.
Seems like self-awareness is super important for these life path 8 folks.
It's essential. If you don't understand your strengths and weaknesses, it's easy to get swept away by that intensity.
Okay, so say someone's listening and they realize, hey, I'm a life path 8. What should they do with that knowledge?
Well, that's where those personal growth tips come in.
The source mentions balance, emotional intelligence, humility.
Exactly. Those are key because it's not enough to just have ambition and drive.
Right.
You need to learn to wield that power responsibly.
So how do they do that?
Well, for example, if leadership is their strength, then learning to lead with empathy becomes crucial.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right. And if they tend towards workaholism, they need to prioritize self-care and nurturing those close relationships.
Balance is key.
Always.
So it's about channeling that intense drive and power for good.
Exactly. Using it to create positive change both in their own lives and in the world around them.
I love that. It's so inspiring.
And it is.
And honestly, I think it's a powerful message for anyone, regardless of their life path.
Oh, absolutely.
We're all striving for that balance of personal fulfillment and positive impact.
Absolutely.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
It has.
I think one of the biggest takeaways is that while a life path number can offer guidance,
Yeah.
it's not set in stone. It's up to each individual to actually create their own path.
Exactly. And define what success truly means to them.
Love that. A roadmap, not a rule book.
Precisely.
So now I want to hear from you listening. If you were a life path 8, what would excite you the most?
Ooh, good question.
And what pitfalls would you, totally watch out for?
Something to think about.
Right. And if this whole thing sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to explore numerology further.
It's
A
fascinating.
really cool tool for self-discovery.
It really is.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
My pleasure.
Until next time.